What's up, guys? Mason the Brock Henderson here. This is The Flash, Season 2, Episode 12, Fastlane. A lot of good stuff in this episode. Maybe not as shocking as it could have been, because the scene with Iris where Barry's not fast enough, because it's like halfway through this, it's like right in the middle of the season, I'm just like, she's fine. It could have been a much more emotional scene if it were done later. But at the same time, I like the fact that they've got this Harry storyline out of the way. We know what he's done now. He told the team. He confessed to them, and then they decided, you know what, we're going to help you. And I'm going to talk about why that's a good thing in a second, because first I want to talk about Wally and how glad I am that it seems like the storyline is done, hopefully. I really, really hope so. One of the things that DC tends to do in these shows, Arrow, The Flash, and DC's Legends of Tomorrow, is they tend to revisit arguments and conflicts that we've already been through. Sometimes they'll do it just randomly. One of the characters will suddenly start arguing about something. It's like, have we already talked about this? And then sometimes it will be something happens to sort of revisit that argument. In the Arrow right now, Felicity just, everything that happened with Felicity, her getting paralyzed and stuff, it caused her to revisit those thoughts of, I'm not good enough to be on the team, I'm useless to the team. We've been there before, and so they threw in this storyline of her getting paralyzed so we could go through it again. Not that it's a terrible thing, but at the same time, I don't like seeing those same arguments, those same conflicts done again and again. I want to see new conflicts brought in. I want to see character growth, not character regression. So right now, Wally's finally grown out of that this is awkward phase. He's grown out of that I don't like you because you're my dad who wasn't there for my entire life. Even though it had nothing to do with you, it wasn't your fault, it was my mom's fault, I still hate you for it for some reason. And in this one, he finally got over that, and he finally got over I have a sister who's overprotective of me. He finally accepted the fact that, you know what, she's my sister, and we're family, and we love each other because we're family. So hopefully nothing happens that causes him to go back to, oh, but you guys weren't there for me, because that was getting really annoying and really old. So I'm glad that's done. On the other side of the story, we've got, like I said, Harrison Wells dealing with Zoom, has his daughter, wants him to steal the Flash's speed. He ends up doing it in this episode. He steals a little bit of it. Caitlin said that it was 100% his speed force, now it's 98%. So he stole a little bit of it. Zoom was not satisfied with that and says, bring me the rest of it or you'll never see your daughter again. Harrison Wells is like all gloom and frustrated because he wants his daughter back. And finally we get to a moment where Barry is just like, they're all talking about it and Harrison Wells is just sitting there. I'm going to call him Harry. That helps. I like the fact that they gave him a nickname, so now I don't have to be like, oh, the real Harrison Wells compared to, oh, that was actually Eobard Thawne. And so Harry is sitting there and hearing all of this, and you can see by the look on his face that he wants to say something. He wants to. And I'm just sitting here thinking, he's not going to, though. Like, he wants to say something. He's been wanting to say something this entire episode, but he's not going. And all of a sudden he stands up, and he's like, it's my fault. I'm like, wait, what? He's confessing? Really? That's awesome! And I know it sounds weird, like, why is that awesome? Because this show could have done this liar reveal storyline for so much longer. They could have drawn it out throughout the entire season and just had us sitting here like, really? Harrison Wells, just Harry, come on. Like, we're going to do this the entire... It's done. And the funny thing is, I feel like it's only been maybe 4 episodes, I think. think it's been 4 since Zoom first visited him and said, if you want your daughter back, steal the Flash's speed. So we've been seeing this for the past few episodes. Now that he's finally stolen a bit of it, I felt like we were going to he's going to steal a little bit more, and Barry's just going to be like, what's going on? Why am I losing my speed? And eventually they're going to realize that something had been done to the suit, maybe look over the cameras to see what had happened, and then see Harrison Wells is the one that did it. But to have him just confess just completely erases the liar reveal storyline, because now they know. The liar reveal storyline is pretty much one character is lying to another one, and they're compounding lies until eventually the character that's being lied to finds out information that leads to them discovering the lie, the original lie. And so now all of a sudden there's conflict there. If you watch The Nostalgia Critic, which he's probably one of my favorite movie reviewers just because of how awesome his reviews are, he talks about how much he hates that storyline. And it's understandable because it's done a lot, and whenever you see that it's a liar reveal storyline, whenever you see the liar throughout the entire time, it's kind of frustrating to go through, because every single time that they're lying to the main characters, it's like just another lie, and it just gets old really fast. I'm so glad they didn't go that route for here. I'm so glad that they actually chose to say, you know what, we could go this same old route that everybody's gone, but in this case, it gets cut short because the liar ends up confessing and says, you know what, it's me, it's my fault. You can arrest me, do whatever. Like, he puts his hands up, like, he's surrendering because he knows he did something wrong. And then I really, really, really like the fact that Barry turns that around and says, you know what, we would have done the same thing. If it were our family, if it were Iris, Cisco, whenever your brother was in danger, you helped Captain Cold. You built him another weapon. You built him a weapon for his sister. It has been done before. They have done crazy things for family before. Barry reversed time to save family before. Well, technically, not. Kind of. Anyway, so it's nice to see that not only are they cutting short the liar reveal storyline, they're also not having the typical, he did this, hypocrisy pretty much of one character does something evil for his family, and they've done pretty crazy things for their family, and yet they don't see his reasoning. They don't see, his daughter's in danger. Oh, so what? He doesn't make it right. That's stupid. That would be a stupid thing to have to go through. It would be a stupid thing to experience. It's not there. They quickly resolve it, and now we're actually traveling to Earth 2, which is going to be fun to see how much different it is there. Because I'm curious to see what the plan is. Especially when you think about all the things that they've talked about, all the things that are different between the two Earths. Apparently the science in Earth 2 is a lot more advanced than what we have here. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what the plan is there, because it seems like a very clever idea. And there's a lot of stuff they could do with it. There are a lot of clever ideas to come from this. And I think, it seems like there are going to be 2 episodes on Earth 2. I've got it up in front of me, so that's, it's fun to see that it's not just going to be, okay, we're on Earth 2, we're gone. It's going to actually be, we're on Earth 2, and now we are still on Earth 2, trying to escape from the title of that episode. So, yeah, a lot of good stuff coming. I think also, there's an episode of Supergirl where the Flash is traveling between worlds and he ends up traveling to Supergirl's world. I wonder if that's going to be mentioned at all, or if they're just kind of going to glance over that, like, oh, yeah, that happened, but we're not really going to talk about it. They might. Who knows? But going forward, I mean, I'm just really excited to see where it's going from here. It really has captured my attention for this season and built it up in such a way that I want to see what happens next. I want to watch what happens next. The Arrow season 4 has been good, but nothing has really made me go, ooh, I can't wait to see what happens next. It's just kind of been, yeah, this is interesting, this is fun to watch, but it's not really gripping. It's not anything that's going to go, guys, look at this is crazy. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I think the Flash has a bit more room to work with because of how all the metahumans and stuff, all of the weird science, and Arrow is a bit more grounded in reality. They have thrown in Damien Dark to make it a bit more mystical this season, but it's still pretty much grounded in reality and not a lot of. Even though they have probably one of the most fun characters in Felicity, it's still not a lot of fun. They're trying to make it more fun this season, but they're still not really capturing the same, I guess, wonder that the Flash has. I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. Now I'm comparing the Flash to Arrow, and this is supposed to be a Flash review, so this episode was great. I'm excited to see what's coming next. That's my opinion on it. So let me know what you thought of it down in the comments below. As always, leave out the spoilers because I'm watching this trying to get caught up. So if there are any spoilers in future episodes, try to keep them out and leave a like and subscribe for more Flash. I'll see you at the next review. Peace out.